Hi there, admirers of Wolverine. Are you prepared to explore some fascinating news? Envision Henry Cavill starring as Wolverine within the MCU. You did really hear correctly. The She-Hulk series disappointed a lot of people, but don't worry, there's more to the tale than meets the eye. You'll see why it rhymes with Cavill Ryan and is actually more exciting than you could have imagined by the end of the film. The likelihood of a Wolverine relaunch in the Marvel Cinematic Universe starring Henry Cavill donning the recognizable claws is a strong 90%. Are you in agreement now? Who wouldn't want to watch the renowned Wolverine on the big screen? We're willing to guess that you are. Let's dissect what we now understand. We got a peek of the new MCU Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine. This guy might be the one to assume the role following Avengers: Secret Wars, possibly replacing Hugh Jackman. Easter eggs from She-Hulk and Marvel's recent Comic-Con presentations seem to suggest that Henry Cavill may be the one to don the claws in the main MCU timeline, also referred to as Universe 616. Only two actors have played Wolverine in live action to date, maybe Henry Cavill and the late great Hugh Jackman. That playful homage to fan casting in Wolverine and Deadpool may be more than just a fleeting appearance. Do you recall the scene where Deadpool encounters several multiverse Wolverine versions? Most have a Hugh Jackman-like appearance, but one is unique. The Marvel multiverse can be rather perplexing at times. Although Doctor Strange hinted that different versions of the same person might seem differently in different universes in Spider-Man: No Way Home, Benedict Cumberbatch still appears in every image of Doctor Strange that we have seen. Here, we only see one Wolverine with a new face, unlike the several Lokis that Loki showed us. Is this altered appearance of Wolverine merely a reference to Cavill's fan casting, or does Marvel have more in store? Could the MCU be the main universe that Deadpool visits? The information presented in the sequence, She-Hulk and Captain America: Brave New World, could imply as much. Following the revelation of her green identity in She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, Episode 2, Jennifer Walters is searching for a new position. An entertainment website has job posts with headlines like "Man fights with metal claws in bar brawl." A clear homage to Wolverine. Furthermore, in Captain America: Brave New World, we learn that the massive celestial that protrudes from the water is composed of adamantium, the same metal that covers Wolverine's skeleton. The prospects for Cavill's Wolverine are exciting, and he may be the ideal complement to the MCU if it comes to pass. The X-Men and mutants aren't formally a part of the MCU at this time. Granted, Ms. Marvel hinted at the existence of the mutant gene, but the X-Men and mutants in general, including Charles Xavier and his research on mutants, remain hidden. We believe that this new Wolverine is the MCU's version because of this. Although Wolverine doesn't typically participate in bar fights when he's with the X-Men, he did frequently do so when he was a lone wolf, such as in the 2000 X-Men. He was a cage fighter and cigar smoker back then. Thus, it makes natural that Wolverine from the Marvel Cinematic Universe would be out and about, fighting in bars, and displaying his signature fury. He is still in the rough-and-tumble stage after all. The X-Men and Charles Xavier haven't found him yet. Although there isn't much information available about the MCU Wolverine, what is known about him from Cavill's portrayals of him in Deadpool and Wolverine suits the character perfectly: that erratic man with a white tank top, a cigar, and a motorcycle in what appears to be an abandoned warehouse. It is reminiscent of the iconic moment in X-Men: First Class where Eric Lenscher and Charles Xavier attempted to recruit Wolverine. Cavill's portrayal of Wolverine might be the catalyst the MCU needs to start over in a future without the X-Men. Perhaps even the X-Men form, and we get to learn more about Wolverine's past. Since the term mutant has been a legal hot potato for so long, imagine a Wolverine movie where we learn what it means to be a mutant in this new environment. Flashbacks of Wolverine's time spent in World War II collaborating with Captain America and Bucky Barnes, or traveling to Wakanda to meet T'Challa, could be shown. Imagine this: William Stryker enlists Wolverine to serve on a special task group. Stryker is traveling to Wakanda in search of an unbreakable metal. In the end, Wolverine joins the Weapon X program after Stryker finds adamantium on a celestial body protruding from the water. He eventually gets claws coated with adamantium, loses his memory, and wanders around until the X-Men come across him. As Wolverine, Hugh Jackman captivated us all. My go-to superhero is him. We are happy that he is returning for Deadpool and Wolverine, and we hope to see him in Avengers: Secret Wars. But perhaps a new Wolverine is in order for the upcoming MCU chapter. Henry Cavill would be an excellent pick to give the role a new perspective while maintaining the character's core qualities. Of course, Cavill's cameo could have been a lighthearted tribute for enthusiasts, a la John Krasinski's portrayal of Mr. Fantastic in Multiverse of Madness. Now that he's not Superman, Cavill's schedule is more flexible, thus he could be a great fit for the MCU as Wolverine. Let's now discuss Secret Wars. It might conclude with a sort of reboot of the universe if it stays true to the comics. The X-Men and Avengers may coexist in a new realm in the upcoming MCU. We might be getting a new Wolverine. Maybe Wolverine played by Jackman will come to the decision to remain in the vacuum and allow another Wolverine to take his position in the MCU. In this manner, the torch is properly passed and perhaps even a future film featuring Old Man Logan set in the void is produced. Daniel Radcliffe is another well-liked choice by fans for Wolverine. His raw anger in Gunpowder Milkshake and his powerful performance in the lesser-known survival thriller Jungle suggest he might be a great fit for the part. Fans may be able to view Daniel Radcliffe in a different perspective and encourage him to embark on more varied projects if he steps into a famous role like Wolverine, despite the fact that he is so strongly linked to his iconic Harry Potter persona. Since Harry Potter, Radcliffe has performed exceptionally well in a number of oddball and indie movies. It's possible that he's prepared to take on a major part in a different franchise than his Wolverine days. Additionally, Radcliffe's physique more closely resembles the comic book version of Wolverine than Hugh Jackman's portrayal ever did, especially when he bulks up. Anything is possible at this point, especially considering Cavill was chosen by fans for his brief cameo. Another example of how fans are influencing casting talks is the hype around Daniel Radcliffe's casting as Wolverine. It's very possible that Radcliffe may approach Wolverine in a different way, considering how he has demonstrated his versatility in parts other than Harry Potter. The Marvel Universe is always changing, which makes the casting decisions more fascinating and surprising. Who knows, then? In the foreseeable future, it's possible that Radcliffe will be considered for Wolverine or another legendary role. How do you feel? Do you think Cavill would make a good Wolverine in the MCU? And if not him, then who? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. That concludes today's video. We appreciate your time and will see you in the next one. We always appreciate your suggestions in the comments section below for further videos.